team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Groupers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Vanderbilt's offense will go on the attack first. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. That they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt.
Turning it on! Touchdown Doors! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Groupers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing.
Makes a grab down the middle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. The give to the tailback. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Groupers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
He's piled up 76 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. The Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, In the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Going for the marker on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Kelly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the groupers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
As a ball carrier, you just have to have better awareness. You have to know where you are in the field. You run out of bounds like that, that's a play he's going to learn from. He's probably going to be the butt of a few jokes. This might follow him for a while, but that is a safety, and that is a costly mistake.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. They came into this one believing that they could make explosive plays in the passing game, but they haven't taken care of the football, and they haven't done much up top.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab deep. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle at Sheffield.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Here's a heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That slices the lead to 2. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Missouri is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up by 17 over the Blue Blues. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be calling a hot route. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Commodores have their offense in high gear. Skips away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Groupers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. And here comes the punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Finds his man. It's Sherrill. Drag down. Liddell move the sticks for a first down. The Commodores want to move quickly.
First down, Commodores.
To the air on first down. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Toss to the outside. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The throw. He got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looking for a push on fourth down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vandy.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jeffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got rid of it just in time.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback running on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. On the option. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. The groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. The give to the back. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback floating away from pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And brings into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Commodores with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jeffrey. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Now the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commodores. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. Finds his tight end.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Finds the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Groupers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Kelly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Wide open downfield. That one takes it. The 13-yard line. And the Groupers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second round.
They try to get it outside on the left. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Groupers.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Wants to go up top. And his first pass is incomplete. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left.